Greg Shapiro is een Amerikaans-Nederlandse stemacteur die tijdens Night University langskwam om te vertellen over zijn carrière. Daarnaast is Greg bekend als stemimitator van Donald Trump.
Vladimir Putin, I have no relationship with Vladimir Putin, okay? I did not have international relations with that country, Mother Russia.
There's such a shock about Donald Trump and the whole effect, you know, it's such a shock to the system. And if nothing else, it is a wonderful experiment to see what would happen if you would put this guy in the White House. And I'm just trying to help people make sense of it, you know, put things in perspective a little bit.
We respect all people and every, you know, white power. We respect it's about unity and love in America, white power. And it does kind of make sense. You know, he will talk about immigrants. We love immigrants in this country, okay? But watch the hands. You see, like, we love the immigrants. And he will talk, you know, black people. You know, I have nothing but respect for black people in America. The hands, and I wish I didn't have to make that joke, but it's accurate.
He sounds like a surfer dude. You know, the words are New York, but yeah, and he also is very affected in the way his mouth is always, his eyes are never fully open and his mouth is never ever closed. In that way, he's the typical quintessential American.
You can say, like, Mr. President, you tweeted that climate change is not real because it was invented by China just to hurt the U.S. economy. And if you call him on it, he will say, I never said that. I totally never said that. That was fake news, so much hatred in your heart. And you see, they're just making things up. But you did tweet that. I tweeted that, but then I deleted the tweet. So technically, I never said it, okay? And this is his version of reality. And you don't know if it's a pathological liar thing, or even worse, if he really believes it himself. He can stand there and talk about, did you see, okay, he was talking about Inauguration Day. And he said, the crowd, I don't know what, you know, and I go and you watch, and they say, and oh, they love to talk about, oh, they love so much. And this is the word salad, by the way, the new way that the president speaks. It's so wonderful. If he actually completes a sentence, it's a miracle.
Tonight was at the Night University, was so fun because they asked me to do kind of a conference, you know, like a cabaret performance about the president, but also take questions from the audience. And so there were some great questions. And this one guy made me laugh because he was referencing every stupid tweet that Trump has sent about Sweden, about Mexico, about North Korea. And I answered about Nambia, which he got, but no one else did. It's like, that was connecting people through knowledge. Only us two, but.
Last night in Sweden, there was a Mexican invasion over the North Korean wall. I totally agree with you. Your understanding of world geography matches with mine, okay? That is why, effective immediately, we are invading Nambia for all of the kofifi that they have there. All right, thank you very much for your question. I know Dutch people will tease me about only in America could this be possible. Only in America, they will say. You will say, it's no problem. Only in America could you have someone like this with the crazy blonde hair and someone with like just talks, he wants to kick out everybody who doesn't look like him, thinks the rules don't apply to him. Only in America, exactly, only in America. Never in the Netherlands could there be a blonde-haired politician who just keeps talking like he wants to kick everyone out, thinks the rules don't apply to him. No, not like if the elections were held today, he would still be the second most popular party in the Netherlands. No, not the pure Netherlands. I will point out, just leave this thought with you all before we go, that Donald Trump would not be possible without the Netherlands. Donald Trump has been elected on the basis of some inherent racism in America. Racism which goes all the way back to when America owned slaves, sold to us by, who was that again? It was the Dutch people. Why do you think Donald Trump paints his face orange every morning? It is to show you what country I really identify with, okay? He's got his mouth open in such a way, he almost sounds like, you remember Marlon Brando as the Godfather? But Donald Trump is more affected. He's like a gay Don Corleone somehow. I'm gonna make you such an offer you cannot refuse. It's gonna be so fabulous. So yeah, I'm still trying to perfect the voice, you know. I look nothing like him, but still, I do a tutorial online how to do a Donald Trump imitation, even if you have large hands. They say, you know, his hands are not very big. And if his hands are not very big, then something else is not very big. And he said, this was a live televised debate, he's like, I guarantee there's no problem down there, I guarantee it. But meanwhile, his hands are saying, peeny, peeny, teeny, teeny. And that's why you have to be careful with Donald Trump. He says one thing, but his hands are saying something different. And I think, we need to pay more attention to the hands. It's very, it's like these ones and zeros, I think, you know? Like, it's very binary. His hands are, he can be talking.
Well, you know, knowledge is such a great, because I was there and, you know, ask anyone and they will tell you the knowledge that I have all the best words. I have great, very smart genes very smart genes, okay? My family, and so if you and ask anyone, and grammar, they will say, is how you build, is with connecting words in a sentence, and there you go.
And there was one woman, like right down front, and I said, any Americans? She was the only one. And she went, woo, right away. And she was from California. I said, how long have you been over here? And she said, just a couple weeks, woo. And we all had this collective moment of like, oh, she doesn't know yet. Doesn't really know too much about foreign policy or who is anyway, yeah. So the funny thing to me was that there were Americans in the room. They were sitting in the back and making no noise at all. In fact, they were the ones looking at her in the front row and going, shut the fuck up.